Okay. Let's see.
What I'm going to do, Mr. Feingold, do you have a good address for Miss Delaney now?
Let's see. $8304 Attleboro Drive.
Is that your address, Miss Delaney?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How long will you need?
I would say 30 days, but if you can do it 45, that would probably be better so that, you know, there's no confusion. But 30 days should be okay.
And in the interim, would you like to speak to Miss Delaney so she can share her information with you?
Sure.
Her evidence? Okay. And in there with you, Miss Delaney, is Miss Sawyer?
Correct.
Okay. All right. Before I call the calendar, let me first identify. There's someone whose camera is off and it says iPhone. I need you to turn your camera on and unmute yourself and identify yourself.
Rashid.
Okay. You are position number 4. I'm gonna rename you Mr. Rashid. Okay. And ma'am, I see it says Kevin.
Yes. I'm sitting at Kevin's computer because I don't have a camera or microphone at my computer.
Okay, would you identify yourself, please?
I am Tracy with All Four Seasons Garage Doors.
Okay. Okay. And finally, Dorothy Taylor Brown, would you turn your camera on?
Your Honor,
Yes.
I'm going to have the owner of the corporation sit in my chair, please. If that's
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Okay, Miss Brown.
Yes, sir.
I don't recall seeing your name. Which case are you here? I see you. Position 9.
Republic Finance.
Okay. Is there anyone here from Republic Finance?
JC Mills, Your Honor.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to call the calendar. If you believe it may be beneficial to speak to the other party prior to your case being heard, please let me know and I'll place you in a breakout room for that to take place. Okay, position number 1, Bank of America versus Deborah Delaney. Mr. Feingold has asked for 45 days. I'm going to ask you, Mr. Feingold, after I call the calendar, I'm going to let you and Miss Delaney speak to see if she can share her information with you and it may make a difference.
All right,
Position 2, Bank of America versus Jerry Scott.
that's my case also.
Right.
And it's the same issue, scarifacius. So if we reset the first one, I would request that we reset this one at the same date.
I was going to ask, had the defendant been served?
Well, when we say be served, it's not like regular service. It's service of the rule nisi. So we have to have a date for the hearing to serve the defendant, so the defendant has notice to show up for the hearing.
Okay.
So that's the service that we're requesting on both of these.
Okay. Position number 3, Bank of America versus Yolanda High.
And exact same issue on this one as well, Your Honor.
Okay.
So these are 3 scarifacius petitions.
Position number 4, Janae Peterson, Omar Rashid versus Islaya Fernandez Lares.
Good morning, Judge. Attorney Peterson here for the plaintiff.
Coleman Sylvan for the defense.
Okay. Thank you. And it appears that you have a maternity leave coming up, Ms. Peterson.
Yes, sir.
So you have 2 cases on today's calendar. So I'm going to guess that you want to have those cases resolved today.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Position number 5, All Four Seasons versus Marius Barksdale.
That'll be me as well, Judge. Attorney for defendant in this case.
And we have, what was your last name, ma'am?
Peterson.
No, I'm sorry, for All Four Seasons.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's actually, I'm Dan Watkins. I'm the owner. So I'll do most of the talking, but we have Tracy here that's dealt with the collection process. And we also have Billy, who was the installer when we installed the defendant's garage door.
Okay. I read the claim and the answer. Do either one of you believe that this case will be something where you can have a discussion to possibly reach a resolution?
I would certainly think so. We put a garage door in for the man and we just want to get paid. So that's, if there's reasonable, if somebody's being reasonable, that's what we're looking for.
Okay. And so I think on the claim was asking about $6,000.
Yeah, and listen, on that front, and I've talked to Tracy, there was a mistake asking for too much money. What we really want is just what he owed, what the original bill was. We want the interest as well, that we've waited, well over a year for the payment. So that's really all we're looking for. I think.
The court fees and the sheriff's filing.
Yeah, the sheriff filing and what else?
The court fees.
And the court fees.
Okay.
And Judge, we have a counterclaim, so we would want to be heard on that counterclaim as well.
And that's the trespass?
Yes, that's the civil trespass.
Okay. All right. I'm going to ask the 2 of you to speak and see if you can reach a resolution.
Okay.
Position 6, Velocity Investments versus Jasmine McClaney.
Good morning, Your Honor. Judy Nam here on behalf of the plaintiff.
Good morning, Ms. Nam. And is it McClinchy?
McLeachy.
McCleachy. Ms. Nam, do you believe speaking to Ms. McCleachy may help resolve this matter?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Position 7, Bank of America versus Dexter Jenkins.
Louis Feingold for Bank of America. And Your Honor, we have submitted a consent judgment and we ask that the court sign it.
I have signed it.
Oh.
So I will send it over to the clerk's office today for them to file.
All right, and I believe that that will resolve that case.
Okay. Position 8, Walada Neal versus Kimber Denise Heath. Okay. I do not hear an announcement on that case. Position 9, Republic Finance versus Dorothy Brown.
J.C. Nails with finance.
Mr. Nims, do you believe speaking to Ms. Brown may help resolve your matter today?
I'm not attempting to speak with her. It's been a while since she was served, but I can try to talk to her again today
Okay.
if she's open to that.
Well, my position is it's always good to talk. You don't have to agree. But talking may lead to agreement. Position 10, Denise Sawyer versus Morrow, Georgia Police Department.
Good morning, Your Honor. Luana Ransoff for the defendants, Monroe Police Department, and Officer Lamb. We have a motion to dismiss pending in this case.
Okay. And Ms. Sawyer, have you seen the motion to dismiss?
No, I haven't.
I'm sorry, ma'am.
I haven't seen
Okay. All right, that completes the call of the calendar. I'm sorry.
I apologize, Judge. This is Attorney Derek Johnson. We were told to be here for UHG versus Jean Faquir. It was reset from last month.
I do not have that on my calendar. Do you have the case number?
I do. 2020 CM 12759.
12759. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to start placing people in breakout rooms to have a discussion.
Judge, if I can briefly, Coleman Sylvan on position number 4. I filed, and you may not have seen it, I spoke with plaintiff's counsel yesterday to inform them of a situation, to ask for a consent motion for continuance. Evidently plaintiff was unwilling to consent and wanted to go forward, but I filed a motion for continuance late in the afternoon yesterday, which you may not have seen. But my father passed away on Sunday.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I'm just trying to get with my family and deal with all of that. And I'll be honest, I have not had a chance to prepare for this case the way that I would like to. I would ask that this case be continued for 30 days so that I can deal with that situation.
Ms. Peterson, I believe, is going to start maternity leave on September 5th.
Yes, I'll be on leave, Judge. The baby is due October, but can come at any time after September 5th. I am open if you send another calendar over. I'm open if I have not had the baby yet to be able to go forward with this trial. But if not, I'll of course send a message to the court about it.
Okay, so Mr. Sullivan, let's see.
And Judge, I'd be happy with, to reset this for some time in, middle of August or later in August before her leave. I just, need to get through the next week or so with this situation.
I understand. I truly believe that being a lawyer doesn't mean you give up being a person. So I'm willing to grant your request for a continuance. I'm going to the notice is going to have to come from the clerk's office. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do an order granting your request for a continuance not to exceed 30 days. And I'm going to make a notation that Ms. Peterson has a leave coming up, because I believe it was from September to January, correct?
That's correct.
So I definitely would love to get that matter resolved prior to her going on maternity leave. So let's do that. Mr. Feingold, I'm going to place you and Miss Delaney in breakout room 1, and Miss Sawyer, you're in the same room.
Your Honor, excuse me.
Okay.
And Your Honor, too, the first person on your calendar this morning, is it okay for me to scan her evidence and submit to you as well as hers?
Yes, and send it to Mr. Feingold also, because the reason I want them to talk is that if what she has is something that may change his mind, we can get that resolved today.
Okay, Your Honor, if you please support, if he can put his email in the chat box, please.
Okay.
I will.
Okay.
So I'll go ahead and excuse her from out of the room, Your Honor, and let me know when you're ready for her to come back in.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna get your information.
Okay, Mr. Feingold, you and Miss Delaney are going to be in breakout room 1.
Thank you, sir.
One thing, Ms. Delaney said she had evidence that you okay with. Can I go ahead and submit hers as well?
Miss Sawyer?
I'm sorry, Miss. Yes. Correct.
Okay. Yes.
And if the other party needs, if I get their email address as well.
Okay. So Miss Peterson, I'm going to grant Mr. Silva's request for a continuance not to exceed 30 days. So Mr. Sylvan, you can be released.
Thank you, Your Honor. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. And I hope everything goes well with you and your family.
Thank you, sir.
Ms. Peterson, I'm going to place you and Mr. Watkins in breakout room number 2.
Okay. Judge, that also releases Mr. Omar Rashid as well, correct?
Yes. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Mr. Rashid, you're going to receive a notice from the court and from your attorney when we have the new date.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Your Honor, I'm just writing down these email addresses so I can go ahead and send it to the parties.
Okay, Ms. Nam and Ms. McCleachy, I'm gonna place you in breakout room 3. Mr. Nelms and Ms. Brown, I'm going to place you in breakout room 4. Okay, so you all should be receiving links now. Mr. Johnson, I'm going
Yes,
to
sir.
check. I'm going to check on this this case number, and Ms. Ransaw,
Yes, Your Honor.
your motion is probably going to be the first matter that we deal with. Okay.
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Hold on one second. Mr. Barksdale, I'm going to place you in breakout room 2.
Excuse me, Judge. I believe I'm supposed to be in the same breakout room with Attorney Peterson. That's who represented me.
Yes.
Okay, okay.
She's in breakout room 2.
Okay, sorry, thank you.
No problem. Okay, you should be receiving the link now. Okay, so give me 1 second, Mr. Johnson. I gotta go through our computer system.
Yes, sir.
What I'm looking at, Mr. Johnson, it says that you were supposed to be on the June 7th calendar.
Yeah, we were a judge, and the plaintiff had asked for a continuance because he didn't know that Mr. Fukuya had counsel.
Okay.
And we agreed to continuance to discuss the matter. And I couldn't come in July because I was on vacation. And so it was reset to August 2nd today at 8:30. There's some kind of confusion because the other side isn't here either. So
yeah, the last entry that I see is an entry of appearance that was filed on June 7th.
Mhm. Right, that was the other court day.
Uh-oh.
And that was my entry, Judge, and that was the first court day.
Okay. The last entry was on June 9th that just added you as the attorney of record.
You see no entry and notice of a continuance?
No. So I'll just go through the last few entries. April 1st of this year, there's a mediation report that was done. May 23rd of this year said it was assigned to me. May 23rd, a court notice went out, and May 23rd, it says it was a return form letter on behalf of UHG 1. Let's see.
Judge, could I ask what that return form was regarding UHG?
Let's see. It's a notice from the clerk's office. It was sent to Nicole Simpson, 335 Peachtree Street.